The atmosphere inside Citizens Bank Park was electric from the very first pitch. The Phillies knew this was more than another regular season game. They had a chance to stop one of baseball's hottest teams and send a message to the rest of the National League. On the other side, the Dodgers wanted to continue their impressive road form and leave Philadelphia with another series victory. Every camera inside the stadium focused on one player before the game even began: Shohei Ohtani. Whenever Ohtani steps into the batter's box, fans expect something unforgettable: a towering home run, a clutch extra base hit, or perhaps another highlight that dominates sports headlines. But baseball has a way of surprising even the greatest players. From his very first plate appearance, Phillies starter Aaron Nola attacked Ohtani with confidence, mixing fastballs and breaking pitches while refusing to leave anything over the middle of the plate. Ohtani made solid contact more than once, but every hard-hit ball found a Phillies defender waiting in exactly the right spot. As the innings passed, frustration slowly built, not because Ohtani looked overmatched, but because nothing seemed to fall his way. By the end of the night, he finished hitless in 4 official at-bats, reaching base only with a walk. It was one of those rare games where even baseball's biggest superstar couldn't change the scoreboard. His batting average slipped slightly, and fans immediately began wondering whether opposing pitchers had finally discovered a way to slow him down. But while attention remained on Ohtani's quiet performance, another story was quietly beginning to unfold. The Phillies struck first and immediately put pressure on the Dodgers. Their offense attacked early, taking advantage of scoring opportunities to build a 2-0 lead. Citizens Bank Park erupted as thousands of home fans sensed momentum shifting toward Philadelphia. Against a talented pitcher like Aaron Nola, a 2-run advantage can sometimes feel much larger than it actually is. For a brief moment, the Dodgers looked unusually uncomfortable. Their lineup struggled to string together quality at-bats, and every out increased the energy inside the stadium. Phillies fans believed they were watching another statement victory unfold. Then came the moment that completely changed everything. Batting near the bottom of the Dodgers lineup, rookie Dalton Rushing stepped into the batter's box, carrying almost none of the attention that surrounded Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, or Mookie Betts. Yet sometimes baseball chooses unexpected heroes. Rushing connected beautifully, launching a solo home run that immediately cut the deficit in half. The swing did more than change the scoreboard, it completely changed the energy of the game. Suddenly, the Dodgers' dugout came alive. Players who had been sitting quietly were now standing on the top step, clapping and shouting encouragement. Momentum had finally shifted. A few innings later, Rushing delivered again. With runners on base and another huge opportunity developing, he lined a clutch double into the gap, driving in 2 more runs and giving Los Angeles its first lead of the night. In just 2 swings, the rookie had completely rewritten the game's storyline. While Philadelphia focused almost entirely on stopping Shohei Ohtani, another Dodger quietly became the biggest difference maker on the field, and the Dodgers weren't finished yet. Just when the Phillies thought they still had a chance to fight back, the Dodgers delivered another crushing blow. Momentum had completely shifted, and Philadelphia suddenly found itself chasing a team that never seems to panic under pressure. Every inning increased the tension, and every Dodgers hitter looked more confident than the last. The biggest surprise of the night wasn't Shohei Ohtani. It was the depth of a lineup that simply refused to stop producing. The turning point became impossible to ignore when Max Muncy stepped into the batter's box. Muncy has built a reputation for delivering in baseball's biggest moments, and once again, he proved exactly why the Dodgers trust him. With one powerful swing, he launched a towering 2-run home run deep into the night sky, extending Los Angeles' lead and silencing the Philadelphia crowd. The celebration inside the Dodgers dugout said everything. Players knew this wasn't just another home run. It was the swing that completely shifted control of the game. As Muncy rounded the bases, the pressure on the Phillies became overwhelming. Their pitchers, who had looked comfortable early in the game, suddenly couldn't find answers. Every mistake was punished, every missed location became dangerous, and every Dodgers hitter seemed determined to keep the rally alive. Baseball is often described as a game of momentum, and on this night, Momentum belonged entirely to Los Angeles. The eighth inning removed any remaining doubt. With the bases loaded and the stadium desperately hoping for a miracle escape, Tommy Edman stepped into one of the biggest moments of the night. Instead of trying to do too much, he stayed patient, trusted his swing, and drove the ball into the outfield gap. The ball rolled all the way to the wall as three Dodgers runners crossed home plate. Edman raced into third base with a bases-clearing triple, while the Dodgers dugout erupted in celebration. In a matter of seconds, a close game had become a commanding lead. At that moment, the Phillies knew the opportunity had slipped away. Their fans, who had been roaring just a few innings earlier, suddenly fell quiet. The scoreboard now reflected what everyone inside Citizens Bank Park could feel. The Dodgers had taken complete control. Ironically, one of the biggest stories of the night remained Shohei Ohtani's unusual stat line. Despite finishing without a hit, Ohtani still influenced the game every time he stepped into the batter's box. Phillies pitchers approached him carefully, refusing to give him easy pitches to drive. His presence alone forced defensive adjustments and changed Philadelphia's pitching strategy throughout the game. That's the impact of a true superstar. Even on nights when the hits don't fall, he changes the way opponents play baseball. One hitless game doesn't erase months of elite production. Every great hitter experiences nights when hard contact turns into outs. Baseball is unpredictable, and sometimes even perfectly struck baseballs find waiting gloves instead of open grass. What separates great players from everyone else is how they respond, and history has shown that Ohtani usually answers quiet performances with unforgettable ones. The Dodgers bullpen then took over with the confidence of a championship-caliber team. Every important out brought them one step closer to another statement victory. Philadelphia attempted to create late pressure, but Los Angeles remained composed, making the routine plays, executing quality pitches, and refusing to give the home crowd any reason to believe a comeback was possible. When the final out settled into the glove, the Dodgers celebrated another impressive 9-5 victory, securing yet another important road series against one of the National League's toughest opponents. More importantly, they proved something every championship team must eventually prove: that they can win even when their biggest superstar has an off night. That may be the scariest part for the rest of Major League Baseball. When Shohei Ohtani hits home runs, the Dodgers are dangerous. When Freddie Freeman catches fire, they're dangerous. When Mookie Betts takes over a game, they're dangerous. But when Ohtani finishes hitless, and Los Angeles still scores 9 runs because players like Dalton Rushing, Max Muncy, and Tommy Edman step up, that transforms the Dodgers from a talented team into a complete championship threat. As the season enters its most important stretch, one question continues to grow louder across baseball: who can actually stop this Dodgers team in a 7-game postseason series? Because if their supporting cast continues producing at this level, while Shohei Ohtani eventually returns to his MVP form, Los Angeles could become one of the most complete teams baseball has seen in years. And if this game proved anything, it's this: the Dodgers don't rely on one superstar. They rely on an entire roster that knows how to deliver when the pressure is highest. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and hit the like button, because we'll continue bringing you the biggest Dodgers news, Shohei Ohtani updates, MLB breaking stories, and cinematic baseball coverage every single week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.